All right, everybody. Thanks for coming to go over tonight. This was a really, really well played game. We played a complete game tonight in the field. We made outs in the field and at the plate. We were patient. We got timely hits. All in all, stats wise, we threw 71 pitches over 4 innings. We had 10 strikeouts. We had one walk, which was really, really impressive. They got 4 hits off of us and one earned run. They scored another that wasn't earned. But one thing that I really, really liked was we did not get frustrated. We just kept playing our game. When a run would score, we would just go back and do what we knew we could do and get those outs, which is something that's really, really impressive to do. As a team, hitting wise, we had 21 plate appearances tonight, 15 at bats because we had um, we had 5 walks and one hit by pitch. So that's the difference between the at bats and the plate appearances. We saw 83 pitches today, so we saw 12 more pitches than we threw them. We're back in that range where we are seeing more pitches than we are throwing. That's something really, really good. We had 7 hits tonight, so we had a 467 batting average for the night, a 619 on base percentage for the night. So that means about 40 um 46, 47% of the time we went up to bat, we got a hit. Um, about almost 62% of the time we went up to the plate, we got on base, either through a hit, base on ball, or a hit by pitch. We had 5 walks, 8 strikeouts, which again, we would like to see those strikeout numbers start to come down a little bit more. But also the way that we are playing, and trying to teach the kids to be patient at the plate and look for work counts and make pitchers throw a lot of pitches. That is going to happen at various times that we are going to have some that we think are balls that we look at and we actually get a called strikeout on that. We had one hit by pitch for the night. When I was talking about on the topic of the way that we play, and sometimes we are going to see pitches that we don't swing at a third strike. We had of the 8 strikeouts we had today, we had one, two, three. We had 3 looking strikeouts. So the 5 of the strikeouts we had were swinging on the last pitch. That's really, really good. We had 3 at bats where we looked at pitches on the third strike, and didn't swing at those. Some of those were pretty close calls. Um, so that's to be expected, and that number's coming down. So I'm really happy to see that as well. I think the kids played really, really well tonight. They seemed to have more fun. They seemed more loose than they were Monday night. I think some of that was probably the pressure that I was putting on them Monday night. Could have had something to do with testing at school and everything like that. Tonight seemed like people were more loose. They were ready to play. We had 2 outs in the field, which were really, really good. We had a pop up that we caught, and then we had a comebacker to the pitcher, that we had to relay from pitcher to first, and so we got 2 outs, other than through the strikeouts. So that's something that's really, really good. And as I told the kids afterwards, and I talked about after in Monday's recap, we've seen it all so far in our 6 league games and our 8 all competition games. We have pretty much seen everything that we could see. With like I said, we've had a pitcher's duel. We had a time where we had a game where we had some. We were very patient, had some timely hits, so we won that one. We had one game where we faced a lot of adversity, and we talked about that as a team, and we had a no hitter, which a lot of people don't get to see. As I said, we gave one away that we should have won, but we ended up, we were lucky to hold on for a tie. We gave that one away. That's going to happen in baseball. And then tonight we jump right back, 2 nights later, and we have this type of game that we had. And so that was something that was really, really fun to see. It was fun to see the kids having a good time, enjoying themselves. We got a couple kids that got on base tonight, that got the first hits tonight, that I was really, really happy to see. It's always good to see smiling faces. This is a game that we sometimes I try to challenge them to see how they're going to react, and do that in a way that I hope they know by this point that I'm doing that because I care and I want to see what they're going to do and how they're going to react, and also hopefully prepare them for later in the season for playing if they play more or outside of all this and in life in general. Um, and so it's really, really fun to see that they have a good time. And it's really fun to see them learning and developing the way that they are. And so I like seeing that. I like the way that we played tonight. I'm really, really excited. We got another game coming up tomorrow if rain holds off. And we'll see where we go from there. We're about halfway through the regular season now. And we're looking pretty good as far as what we're learning. We have a lot more learning opportunities coming up, and things are starting to take shape and see what it looks like in the league. Things are starting to take shape, and we're in a pretty good position with the league. We're in a pretty good position learning wise as well. I think we're doing very, very well. The other thing I was going to say is, um, in addition to sometimes liking or wanting to challenge the kids to see how they're going to react, this is also a game. Baseball is a game where you are going to experience a lot of failure from times, and you just have to keep playing and you have to keep playing. And that we did that tonight. We've done that throughout the season. Um, I'm really, really happy to see that, and I hope that's something that the boys take from this season forward into the rest of the season, and into if they keep playing this game and in even outside of the game, taking that into other things that they're going to be doing outside of baseball, outside of athletics, and things like that. So I'm really, really happy. We have time for one question if anybody has one. Yeah, back there. Yeah, thanks for that question. Yeah, at the end, I was thinking through our pitching scenarios, and we have one more game planned for this week. If rain holds off, we'll have one more game, and we have all of our pitchers except for one can be available for tomorrow. I'm not going to pitch one because I don't think it's right to pitch somebody tonight and pitch somebody tomorrow. But we have 4 or 5 other people that are ready to go. And so we'll see what happens. I think it works out pretty well for us that we have so many kids that can throw and so many kids that can pitch pretty well that I think it works out well for us when we're having to play 3, possibly even 4 games in a week. Um, because we have the good fortune of having kids who can do that, and we've been working throughout the season to try to get kids ready for that as well. And so I'm excited to get some looks for people, get some game experience for people, and like I said, I'm looking forward to what we're going to do tomorrow. If rain holds off, what we're going to do next week. Next week, if rain holds off next week, we would have 3 games next week as well. So I'm hoping all that happens so that we can get these games in, and we can get more experience and more learning opportunities in. So great game tonight. It was a lot of fun watching the kids. I'm really, really excited to what we're going to see in the future. Thanks a lot, everybody.